May peace, mercy, and blessings be upon you. Today, I speak to you, the chosen one of Allah. To you who feel, deep within your heart, that a divine call has been silently resonating for some time. This message is not a mere reminder. It is not a coincidence that you are here. This is a signal. A sacred breath from above to awaken you, to tell you that your time has come, that you've slept enough, that you've waited enough, that you've watched your life go by enough. Allah has decided that it is now. Stay with me until the end of this video, because at the end, I'll give you a very special prayer. A prayer your soul has been asking for a long time, perhaps without putting it into words. But above all, stay, because each word you hear is a seed that your heart will make germinate. It's time to get up. And not just anyhow, not in panic, not in haste, but in awareness, in faith, in the certainty that Allah has prepared you for this very moment. You may have gone through a long period of silence. You felt like everything was stagnating, like nothing was moving. You doubted your mission, your importance, your place in this world. You asked yourself, why me? Why am I still here, hoping, praying, without seeing any change? But what you didn't know was that in the invisible, something was being built. Something that you yourself would not have been able to handle it if it had been given to you earlier. Allah formed you in the dark. He refined you, purified you, trained you. And today, He says to you, get up, your time has come. You may be tired, drained, disoriented. But it is precisely when you think you have no more strength that Allah breathes His. It is when you have lost everything that you finally become light enough to fly. And Allah loves those servants who turn to Him in this state of vulnerability, for they are the ones He exalts most highly. He does not call you because you are perfect. He calls you because you are ready, ready to receive, ready to serve, ready to move forward without understanding all the details, but with the faith that the call comes from heaven. And this message isn't just to motivate you. It's not an emotional speech. It's a spiritual reality. For when Allah decides that a servant should stand up, nothing can stop him anymore. Blockages fall, enemies fade, doors open, blessings flow. But there is one condition: obey the call. Respond with your heart. Say, here I am, Ya Allah, even if you are still trembling. So listen to this video carefully. Open your heart. Forget the doubts. Forget what people have said about you. Forget the past failures. What matters is that the Lord of Heaven looked at you and said, get up. You are called to something greater, and this is no longer the time to sit still. I promise you, at the end of this video, I'll pray a powerful prayer for you. A prayer for your feet to regain their strength, for your heart to regain its direction, for your soul to regain its light. But until then, walk with me through these steps, because they won't just motivate you. They will wake you up. They will reconnect you with your true mission. Your time has come. And now, you no longer have to ask, when? You no longer have to doubt your worth. You no longer have to look at others and think you're behind. No. You are exactly where Allah wants you to be, so that you can hear this. Get up. It's your time. You feel it, don't you? There's an energy within you that's beginning to rise. An inner light that you can't explain. You don't understand why, but you feel that something changes. You don't see any concrete evidence yet, but your soul is sending you signals. And these signals are clear. Allah is calling you. But how do you know that your time has really come? How do you recognize that it is not your imagination, but rather a decree of Allah that is manifesting? Here is what you must understand. When Allah wants to elevate a servant, He always begins with invisible signs. It's not the spectacular events that herald the beginning of a new chapter, but the small, silent transformations that few people notice, except you. The first sign is this inner rupture, this feeling that you are no longer in your place in certain habits, that certain things that made you vibrate yesterday no longer have any taste today. You move away without even forcing from what was toxic for you. People, behaviors, distractions. You feel a call to something purer, higher. It's not a crisis, it's a direction. The second sign is a pain you feel when you turn away from your essence. You feel bad when you miss a prayer. You feel a heaviness when you stray from the Quran. You can no longer bear the emptiness of forgetfulness. Wiki, because your soul is awakening. It demands what it was created for. And this is an immense gift from Allah, for He does not awaken those whom He does not want to bring closer to Him. The third sign is this feeling of preparation without understanding why. You feel you need to change, but you don't know where to go. You feel you need to strengthen yourself, but you don't know for what purpose. And yet, you continue. You get up, you make efforts, you fight against yourself. It is Allah who prepares you without revealing the destination yet. He equips you without telling you the day of departure. But your heart feels that the departure is approaching. And then there is this strange fatigue. A fatigue that is not physical, but spiritual. You are tired of chasing what does not bring you peace. You are exhausted from wanting to please everyone. You just want to be at peace with Allah. You want clarity, you want light. As this fatigue is not weakness. It is the indicator that your old life is coming to an end, that you're ready for something more real. You also notice that some people disappear from your life, not because they are bad, but because they cannot accompany you where Allah takes you. Your call is not meant for them, and that's normal. When Allah wants to make you a light, He begins by distancing you from the shadows. It is sometimes painful, but necessary. You cannot get up if you are weighed down by those who want to stay lying down. And finally, you notice that your heart becomes more sensitive to signs. A word moves you, a verse strikes you, a situation makes you think deeply. You listen more. You hear between the lines, you understand beyond the words. This is not a coincidence. It is Allah who opens your heart. He expands your vision. He prepares your soul to receive what He is about to place within you. All these signs are not illusions. They are celestial announcements. Invisible bells ringing in the world of the unknown to tell you, prepare yourself. Your time has come. Rise up. And you don't need the world to know. It's enough that you know it. For he who hears the call of Allah does not need the approval of men. You know, what you call today delay, what you feel as a break or even a failure, was in reality a divine training. You weren't abandoned. You were being trained. And what you took for blockages, slowdowns, or even rejections, was Allah telling you, not now, I'm still preparing you. When Allah wants to make you a pillar, He always starts by anchoring you deeply. He takes you away from the crowd. He distances you from the noise. He cuts certain ties, because He wants to make you strong, without the approval of the world. You had to first learn to walk alone with Him, before you could run with a mission. You had to learn faith without result, obedience without recognition, patience without explanation. And now that you have tasted these silent lessons, your time approaches. Remember, Moses, Musa, was not chosen when he was at the top, but when he was alone, wandering, after having fled. He thought he had failed. He thought it was all over. But it was in this solitude that Allah spoke to him. It was in this moment of human forgetfulness that Allah called him back. What Musa thought was an escape was actually a direction towards the mission. And you? You may have fled toxic situations, left unhealthy environments, lost connections, jobs, and points of reference. You may have even abandoned projects you thought were essential, but if you look closely, these separations brought you back to what was essential. They brought you back to Allah. They prepared you to hear what you couldn't hear before. Everything you went through wasn't a punishment. It was a purification. You needed to learn to pray in times of difficulty. You needed to educate your soul to no longer depend on the world. You needed to be broken in certain places so that the light of Allah could enter. Because what you are experiencing today is the fruit of invisible school. A school whose teacher is the best teacher. You were formed by tears. You were raised in silent nights. You were shaped by waiting. And now Allah has found you ready. He saw that your heart is steadier, that your faith has grown, that your vision has changed. He saw that you can now carry what you wouldn't have been able to bear yesterday. He saw that you no longer confuse your identity with your circumstances. You now know who you are, even in the dark. And that is why today, He says to you, get up. Your time has come. Don't let anyone convince you that you're not ready. Don't let any past failures make you believe you're disqualified. You are exactly where Allah has led you. And what He entrusts to you now is the fruit of all your silent scars. Your back has been made heavier to bear the weight of your mission. You were broken to rebuild better. Now all that's left to do is to answer. To say, here I am, Ya Allah. I may not understand everything, but I trust you. If it is time to stand up, then give me the strength, clarity, and faith to never sit in fear again. Now that you know it wasn't a coincidence, now that you've understood that your past was training, there's only one thing left to do: get up. Not tomorrow, not when you feel better prepared, not when you have it all figured out, but now. For the call of Allah does not depend on your feeling of readiness. It depends on His decree. When Allah decides that your time has come, there is no more time to doubt. There is no more time to look back. It's time to obey. To take the first step, even if it is shaky. To say, Bismillah, even if your heart is filled with fear. To believe in yourself, not because you are strong, but because Allah is with you. You are not called to be perfect. You are called to be sincere. You don't need to have all the answers. You only need to have faith that the answer will come as you walk. Remember Ibrahim, peace be upon him, who walked towards the fire without knowing that the fire would become cool. Remember Maryam, peace be upon him, who gave birth alone under a palm tree, and Allah caused water and dates to gush forth. They didn't have the complete vision, but they had the confidence. So you too, get up. Begin what you have been putting off. Enter into what you are afraid to face. Return to Allah as if you had no more time to waste. This is your moment. Your soul knows it. Don't let the what-ifs stop you. Because there's a danger in staying still when Allah calls you forward. The danger of getting lost in routine. The danger of falling asleep in your comfort zone. The danger of missing a heavenly opening that may not be repeated. You don't need a perfect plan. You need one step. The rest, Allah will build it as He goes. It is by moving forward that doors open. It is by trying that strength comes. It is by getting up that light descends. The enemy will tell you that you have not changed, that you are still weak. But it is not to him that you must answer. It is to Allah. and Allah has already chosen you, despite your faults. You may think you have nothing to give, but your sincerity is your weapon. Your return to Allah is your shield. Your silent yes is more powerful than 1,000 speeches. And it is this yes that Allah awaits today. So don't sit on your fear. Don't fall asleep in your excuses. Get up, even if you're tired, even if you're broken, even if you're uncertain. Because it's not your perfection that will make the difference. It's your submission, your availability, your faith. And if Allah has planted this message before you today, it is because He has decided your time has come. You got up, but now another question arises. Am I really capable of carrying what Allah expects of me? And the answer is simple. Yes. Because He has already equipped you. You may not realize it, but everything you've experienced so far has prepared you. Every tear, every silence, every frustration, every night of incomprehension. All this has shaped you internally. What you see as mere painful memories are actually spiritual tools you already carry. Allah never calls a servant to rise without training him in His way. And what you call injury, He calls protection. What you call loss, He sees as relief. You couldn't reach your next level with everything you were carrying yesterday. So He relieved you. He relieved you of the people who were not meant for your future. He relieved you of bad habits. He relieved you of illusions. All He took from you was a form of love. Now, you are ready. You may not be in the shape you imagined, but you are in the exact state your soul needed to reach to welcome change. You are no longer naive. You are lucid. You are no longer dependent. You are reconnected to the essential. You are no longer passively waiting. You are actively receiving. And that is why your time is now. You don't need a miracle to move forward. You need to believe that you are already a proof of divine mercy. Look back. You might not have survived at certain times. You might have collapsed. You might have abandoned the faith. But you're still here. And that still here is proof that you are selected. Your sincerity is your weapon. Your return to Allah is your springboard. And now is not the time to doubt yourself. This is not arrogance. It is gratitude. You recognize that if Allah has brought you here, it is because He saw something in you that you yourself have not yet seen. He saw you able to endure. He saw you able to carry. He saw you able to lead. So accept this sacred responsibility, not as a burden, but as a mission. You are not called to glorify yourself. You are called to serve, to be a bridge, a refuge, a living proof that Allah never abandons His servants. And even if you move slowly, even if you stumble sometimes, you move forward with the light. And every step you take from now on will be honored, because you are no longer the one walking alone. It is Allah who accompanies you, supports you, and guides you. You're ready, you're equipped, and nothing can stop you except yourself. Now that you are standing, that you have answered the call, that you have understood that you are ready and already equipped, one truth must impose itself on you. You don't get up just for yourself. You don't just get up to change your own life, but also to light the way for those who watch you from the shadows. There are souls around you waiting for you to shine so they can shine in turn. There are weakened hearts that need to see that you, despite everything you've been through, you chose to get up. The honor of being chosen also comes with the responsibility of becoming a living sign of Allah's mercy. And this mission is not reserved for scholars, nor for the perfect, nor for people of unwavering faith. It is for those whom life has bent, but whom faith has straightened. It is for those who have known doubt, emptiness, wounds, but who, despite everything, have chosen to remain with Allah. And maybe you're still wondering, but what can I bring to others? The answer is simple: your example, your return to the light, your steadfastness, your sincerity, your transformation. You never know who is silently watching your struggle. You never know who is touched by your invisible courage. And if Allah wants to elevate you, it is also for make you a refuge for other weary souls. What you are experiencing is not just for you. It is a sacred deposit, a light that you must share. Look at the wisdom of Allah. He could have healed you in oblivion, but He restored you publicly. He could have saved you in anonymity, but He called you to shine. For He wants your story to become a living message. And the world needs people like you, real people, people transformed by pain and lifted by faith. So yes, it's time to live for something greater than yourself, to serve, to share, to guide, even in silence. You don't need a big speech. Your path, your posture, your peace will speak for you. You can be one of those who quietly turn on the lights, one of those who inspire without imposing, one of those who heal simply by their presence. And what you share doesn't stop at this world. Because every time you become a means to bring a heart closer to Allah, a mountain of eternal rewards rises for you. Every act of kindness, every sincere gesture, every word that gives hope, all of this is noted, kept, sanctified. So stand up not only to save yourself, but also to be an instrument of rahmah, mercy, for others. This is also what it means to be an elected official, to be chosen to carry the light and transmit it. Now take a deep breath and look back. See how far you've come. See what you've overcome. See what you've become. You're not the same anymore. You're no longer that soul lost in doubts and fears. Today, you're standing. You're awake. You've realized that this wasn't just a video, but a reminder from heaven. A sign that Allah has chosen you. And if you're still here until this last minute, it's not out of curiosity. It's not by chance. It's because something inside you vibrated with every word. Your heart has recognized the call. Your soul has felt that this moment is sacred. And you know, deep down, that this is no longer the time to doubt. It's time to walk. So I tell you one last time, and I want these words to resonate in you like a divine promise. Chosen of Allah, your time has come. And no one can stop you. And no one can turn you off. Because you don't get up with your own strength, you get up with the will of Allah. And when Allah decides to honor a servant, no force can chain him, no mouth can silence him, no wall can prevent him from moving forward. Don't turn back. Don't let old hurts steal your new season. Don't let human words drown out the divine voice you heard today. Your mission begins now. It begins with your sincerity, with your silent yes, with your hesitant step. You don't need to run. You just need to walk steadily. And as promised, I pray this prayer for you. Let your heart open. Let your tears flow if they must. Listen with your soul. O Allah, you who raise up without making a sound, you who choose the most broken hearts to make them into lights, look at your servant here present. He, she is standing. He, she has heard you. Ya Rab, do not let him, her fall again. Strengthen his, her steps. Illuminate his, her path. Free him, her from his, her invisible chains. Remove from his, her heart everything that hinders his, her flight. Fill him, her with certainty, love for you, courage and stability. May he, she become a living sign of your mercy on earth. And may other souls also rise through him, her. Amin. If this message touched your heart, share it. Not for me, not for the views, but so that another elected official, somewhere, may he also receive the call of Allah. And remember, this is not your time to shine for the world. This is your time to stand up for Allah, because your time has truly come.